Hello and welcome to the show. I'm Donny.
And I'm Nick, and today we're rambling about Point Pelee and a little migration recap.
Nice. So we're right here in Pigeon Bay. Did you know what it's called? This is called Pigeon Bay.
Really?
Only noticed it on my map in the car as I was driving in.
Huh.
Maybe it's Pigeon. Depends if the French named it or not.
True. Probably Pigeon.
Yeah, Pigeon Bay. So
on the coast of Point Pelee.
Yeah, and it's not. This is the height of spring, and temperatures have been pretty warm this week, but unfortunately not.
10 minutes ago it was like nice here, and now wind's picking up. And
so we are battling through the bad adverse weather for your enjoyment. Not sure if you'll pick any of this wind up on the microphones, but hopefully not. Hopefully just hear all our lovely dulcet tones. But yep, so we're here at the minute. Not a lot of bird activity right now, and maybe we could say that for the whole of the spring migration.
Yeah, it was. We put our work in this year for sure.
Oh, certainly got. Don't blow away.
Yeah.
Certainly got our steps in.
Oh yeah. And, what was our record? I think like 29 kilometers the one day.
Yeah, pretty well. You were 29. I was a bit less than that there for whatever reason, but yeah, it was around about that. So that's used like maybe once a year I'll have a day like that there.
Yeah.
But there's a few days I had up
plus
over
20.
For what I call nothing.
Yeah.
Right, just other than getting steps in. There wasn't a whole lot of birds to see, and I often sort of think, from our perspective, was around taking photos of birds. Did we just miss out because there wasn't? Now I had issues with my camera not working, so I've been down my good camera.
Yep.
So I'm kind of happy there wasn't a lot of birds to take stellar photos of. But even talking to some people who are just birders or listers, they were having the same issue. It was a real struggle for them to try and make a list and even see the birds. The birds were here.
We got like the normal birds that we normally would get, but like we didn't have that big fallout day that
no, not a one.
Happens almost every year there, but
no,
it was
So what really happened was that early in the migration time, the winds weren't in the favour, so there were mostly north winds, which don't bring the birds across the lake. Now, I didn't really look. I have a couple of friends over in Ohio there, on the other side of the lake, who would go to the bird in the big hot spots there. I didn't see. I've seen a few days where there was no good pictures and things of birds over there, but I didn't even hear about the huge amounts over there. So I'm not sure if the winds even kept them away.
Yeah.
And then the nights then, when it did change to south winds, that it was so nice that the birds have been backed up further down into the southern parts of the states that as soon as they could, they just kept moving.
Yeah.
They know it's time to move. They know it's time to breed. So they didn't want to stick around.
And it didn't help. We had those like 70-degree days, like in April.
Yeah.
So it's like by the time first week of May, we were for sure at least a week ahead with foliage, I think.
Yeah, definitely. It's looking across the foliage now.
Yeah.
This is
last week of May.
Yeah,
and it's
usually until not like into June that you get this here, but everything's just thick and lush. Even the expected bugs, the bugs that we're getting are the ones that you sort of expect at this time of year. So it's not even that's not really changing, but just the foliage is definitely on the trees heavier.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still been a good spring. It's always nice to see the birds you haven't seen for a year, pretty much, and it's been enjoyable.
What kind of highlights? Do we even have any real highlights? Well, I got the prairie warbler, which I've never gotten before, but.
Yeah, I didn't get really any lifer birds. Had some good looks at the morning warbler.
The morning warbler was cool.
It was pretty nice. It's just perfect habitat for it.
Yeah.
Dark, shady area. But we had a little perfect view of it.
Running up and down a log.
And people may have seen my drawing of it. It was pretty good, eh?
Fantastic.
It was a good drawing. So like my highlight of mine was taking up drawing.
Yeah, true.
The pencils.
I think the kayak ride was like the paddle there the other night. That was fun.
Yeah, it wasn't really migration. Weren't really looking for birds. We saw some nice birds out there.
But we were just enjoying like the park.
Yeah, the park.
Pelee.
Yeah, Point Pelee is a fantastic park. So outside of Burden, you come to Pelee and there's lots to do. Like you're saying, the paddle there, easy access to the marsh. And that marsh is, when you get out, it is a big area to take in. Like
Absolutely.
you get yourself lost. The there is some markers and that there, but it certainly was an enjoyable paddle.
Yeah.
We got to see about at least 8 beavers.
Yeah.
Maybe there was maybe more, but it's hard to tell if you've seen the same one twice or
True.
whatever.
The plover. Semi-pal. Can't even say it.
What's that?
I'm gonna try semi-palumulated.
Wow.
Is that nail it?
No.
No.
Semi-palmated.
That's what I was trying to say.
I know you were trying to say it, but you just didn't. But again, it's birds, so you just say, no, that's how I say it. Right?
Yeah,
you know,
true.
people say birds different ways. No, that's the way where I come from.
Yeah.
That's how I say it.
Yeah, it's a Southern Ontario thing. I wouldn't understand.
Specifically Bell River.
Yeah, Bell River. It's it. Then we had the least sandpiper too. It's like the kayak's cool because it's like the birds don't, or animals in general. I don't know if they're just they don't know what you are anymore.
Right.
Because you can sit there and you'll have like a sandpiper land 10 feet in front of you on a little island and just doesn't seem to care.
Or typically they would fly away from you at that point. We had the Wimbrel.
Yeah,
it
that was
didn't.
cool.
We couldn't really get very close to it. It took off. Usually, this time of year, the end of May, you start to see them in bigger flocks just passing through. All these birds, all these plovers and plovers and that, they're all on their way to the Arctic too, which is pretty cool. They're all Arctic breeding birds, so they've got a bit to go still, right? It's pretty neat when you see them coming through. Did we see anything else out there? The sunset was fantastic. So it was
bunch of swans.
Yeah, lots of swans.
Baby swans.
The black terns.
Oh yeah, the black terns are
Pelee Marsh
cool.
is well known for the nesting terns. They sit on the root systems of the lily pads and whatever. I think it's all lily.
I think so.
Water lotus or something like that there.
I used to be terrified of it as a kid.
What?
Looks like just monsters down there. Yeah.
Like tentacles and legs coming out. That is pretty frightening. And then they're all we've seen a couple sitting on nests right now, so they're really good to go. And with the water levels, there may be more than this year because water levels are pretty low, so a lot more of these root systems are exposed, so there might be more habitat for more birds to breed, which would be pretty cool.
We did get the mallard. One mallard.
Oh yeah. Swimming out there.
With his beaver buddy there. Yeah. That was it, I think.
That's it.
But it was, blue heron.
Yeah.
Bald eagle.
Bald eagles flying about. So fly arounds, we had some lots of blue herons flying around.
It was just a nice night.
No, it was perfect.
Sunset paddle is perfect.
As we're coming back, sun was setting. You sort of hard to anticipate how long it takes you to get back once you're out there again. So I think our friend there, Jason, he did it. He said he went around the whole sort of coastline of the marsh. I think he paddled 17 kilometers on Monday. So it's a big marsh.
Oh yeah.
So definitely should do that again sometime this summer. Take it in, hopefully not too buggy, and get out there and enjoy that. So what I find funny too is when we come to Pelee, my head is always just bird watching.
Yeah.
But then you start to see people who do other things. So people are coming just for family days out in the beaches, barbecue.
Or this year's like the first year I think I've actually kind of used the barbecue. Like, you know what I mean? Like we're here all day, so we're like, let's fire up there's like charcoal barbecues everywhere scattered around here, and you can make dinner on that. Yeah. We've done that a few times this year. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Normally it's like we just drive out and grab Subway or whatever and come back in or bring sandwiches, but
yeah. No, it's there's plenty of facilities here. It's obviously slightly restricted with COVID still things going on. Hopefully that'll change again soon. But those authentics will stay.
Yeah, those are awesome.
Maybe we'll do a special ton sometime where we'll just have a stay over in one of those and show that kind of facility. You can rent the canoes and kayak and go on trips, organized trips there if you don't really know the marsh, but you can bring your own boats in, launch them. The launch is fantastic there, really easy to get in and out of the water. And then you've got, I'm not sure if the camera picks that up, but way in the background, like far, the last thing you can see out there's a tower that they put up. I think it's in its 4th year, and not once has it been open in May since it's been here. So it's not open again, but it's an 80-foot viewing platform, which gives you an absolute fantastic view of the area. Bald eagle there. I think so. Definitely.
Got some. Looks like it's got legs.
What?
Looks like it's definitely a blue heron.
Okay, yeah. Blue heron. Okay, back to the show.
Yeah, but it's also cool. Like, as far as you can see the landmass on the camera there, that's the most southern you can pretty well walk in Canada.
Yeah, this is the
And
southern
the mainland
landmass.
anyway.
We are here level with the likes of California, Rome.
Are we the most Southern Canadian podcast right now? We got it for sure. Unless someone's doing one
yeah,
down the beach. Right?
Which is just, actually, I really wanted to do it at the top of the tower. Maybe we'll try and get that for one.
The tip would be pretty cool.
Right, right. Oh, the tip's 550 meters. Somebody measured the other day.
I walked. I have it all GPSed on my phone.
Yeah?
Yeah, I walked it it took us a half an hour to walk there and back to the tip. It's probably the longest I've walked in a while.
I haven't. Whenever I first came to Canada and this area, maybe 1989, I went out. I recall it being a long tip then, and I don't remember how long. But this is definitely the longest since I've been here. So.
And it's funny because sometimes you'll come and they'll be like the tips from the grassy section to where we are, it'll be 50 feet, 100 feet. Now it's 500 meters.
Yeah, it's crazy. Just say I'm not dissing our sponsor today, but the wind's blowing through the bottle there, giving a whistle. So I'm going to put it away. But this maple root beer.
Yeah, it was good.
That was delicious. I shared it with Nick because he drank his cherry cola.
Yeah,
he really liked the cherry cola.
Oh man, they are so good.
Some great flavors. But this one's only limited time. So if you want a maple root beer from the Soda Pop Bros in Windsor, got to get on that quick because I think after the stocks run out in June, whatever he's got left, that's it. He doesn't get any more until next year. So, but it's a good one. And the reason we drank so much is because we ate a lot of pizza.
Yeah.
So again, thanks to OGs, original guys there in Harrow.
Whose recipe was that?
Oh yeah, I better give it. So that's Gabby, my middle daughter. She's in Italy. And this is her one. Well, in the house we kind of fight over because remember we were talking when we were up north there, the Bastille special.
Yeah.
So Tara still gets it. It would be the one she would go for. There is our one, the Ramblin' Ring, that I really want OGs to make, and if enough people ask for it, maybe they'll make it for us. But at the minute we can't get it, so we had to go with Gabby's one. We didn't have to, but it was feta cheese, fresh tomato, green pepper and banana peppers.
Yeah.
And what did you think of it?
It was good. I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything on that one. It was
there's no meat.
Perfect spicy.
No meat on it, but it's good.
Yeah, it's delicious. It was good.
Even if you're a vegetarian, that's the one to get. And we do thank OGs and Soda Pop Bros for always. We want to support local businesses doing this here, so it's always good that they're obliging as well. So thank you for that. But so I'm just putting this bottle away because it whistles. But,
good rant there.
I don't want to think as if you're hiding the bottle. Anyway, back to the birds and the bees in Point Pelee.
It's also a dark sky reserve, isn't it?
It is,
but it's I don't know how.
Yeah, it's so. I think the local astronomical societies get the designate areas if they believe it is. Now, I might be wrong on this here. Somebody will hopefully correct me if I am. So at the minute, it still has a designation. I think for normal eye viewing of things, it does. For photography, it's not. Definitely not.
Because if you try to shoot north here, it looks like
daylight.
It's all greenhouses to our north right now, and it's you can't take a picture at night. But southern, I've gotten a few photos here.
No, you can't beat it. It's not. It's there is a bright orange
glow
horizon
almost everywhere.
Yeah, because you're now looking across to Ohio.
I don't know, when Josh comes out, I'm gonna have to ask him. Deep sky stuff, it's probably
fine.
Nice. It's probably pretty good because you're shooting directly above.
Yeah. I can't see a problem for a lot there. Even whenever the dark sky nights. So Point Pelee, I think, puts on at least 4, I think, a year. I thought it was maybe once a month, but
it used to be. I thought it was once a month, or in the summer at least, and they do maybe limited time.
Right.
They'll usually do it like a meteor shower.
Yeah, whenever the sort of bigger events are happening. So the park's open to at least midnight, and you can come, and then the Astronomical Society. For some of them, don't think maybe they come 4 times a year, so they'll bring their scopes and that there, and you can have a look. It's when you see through some of them big scopes, it's pretty cool. Pelee puts on quite a few events and things like that, which are always worth checking out. It's always good to just get out, and anybody in Essex County, for people in the far side of the county, it's a bit more of a drive, but for a day trip, it's nothing.
Oh yeah.
Anywhere in the county you can get here within an hour, right? It's not going to be any more than that.
And it's the most southern national park as well.
Yeah, so
if you want to go to Alaska, this would be a good place to start.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're wanting to make a long trip like this, landmass, you cannot go any further south in Canada than here. So it's a pretty cool.
It is a nice park. I think we just take it for granted a little bit. But I don't know. Every time I come, I'm like, there's nothing I don't like about it.
Right? Yeah,
it's a beautiful park.
No, it is nice.
And I don't know how many more parks are all in the Carolinian forest or like this, and
Right.
Not many.
No, it's definitely, especially in Essex County, where we don't have a lot of tree coverage anyway. So this is again just a nice spot to come in. There is so many sort of the diversity of habitat here as well. You can walk and see one thing. The wildlife here. What all have you ever seen something that you think is slightly rare? Because they've got those flying. Have you ever seen a flying squirrel?
Not here.
I've
seen them up north.
Okay, so they say they have them here. I remember they had nesting boxes. I don't know how much attention's paid to them. But again, being a nocturnal animal, it's kind of hard to find them or see them. Some of the bats, you get the bats here. So this is just outside the birds we're talking about. I did see my first, was it long-tailed or short-tailed weasel, American weasel, a few weeks ago. And that's where I've been coming here over 10 years.
I've only seen them in the winter at the boardwalk there. They're running around.
Mink, or are you talking weasel?
Mink, sorry.
I'm talking weasels.
Yeah.
They're part of the weasel family, but these short-tailed weasels or long-tailed weasels, they're only about that long, and their tail's about that long as well. And I've never seen anything move as fast in all my life. I was trying to, just like a told. We've seen the skinks.
Yeah, those are cool. I think, was that Ontario's only lizard or reptile? Ontario's only lizard, I believe.
Is it?
Because a salamander.
I'm not arguing with him.
I'm pretty sure it is. I think a salamander is not a lizard, right? This is how much we know about like amphibians.
Yeah, we know lots, eh?
Yeah. No, I know it. I don't know. I don't know enough to confirm or deny. So I know it's definitely an endangered species.
Right.
But that's the only thing I can confirm.
The one we got here is with the 5-line skink.
Yeah, right? And they're pretty cool. Like they actually if an animal tries to eat it, it'll lose its tail and it'll grow it back. And then when they're adults, they're like bright blue and
that's pretty cool.
They're pretty nice looking.
No, the ones we seen were brown, so rather young or female or
is it the opposite? Maybe the adults get brown? No,
couldn't be. No,
I don't know.
Don't ask questions we can't answer, Nick. Jeez, it's embarrassing.
We should definitely research a little bit.
Definitely. More research needed. What else? So we're talking about those beavers.
Yeah.
Which I knew there was a few around here, but seeing that many the other day, it's interesting to find. I wonder if they don't need, if they're out in the marsh, right? All those huts that we saw were made of like phragmity or cattail, whatever. So no trees were hurt in the making of those.
Yeah.
Now you can see a lot of tree damage around here.
Like any Tilden or whatever, and there's trees down everywhere.
So I wonder if they don't need to. I wonder if it's good. Get them in the marsh, clean the marsh up.
Genetically modify some beavers.
Yeah, just to take out phragmity.
Run it by Elon too.
Elon might want to sign up to that. That would be pretty sweet. So they saw little beavers. That was pretty cool. And you see the odd deer.
Yeah, very rare.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
There's not a lot of deer allowed to stay in here. There's I think some get pushed in here in the winter, but then near the end of the winter there's a cull on them because it becomes too many and they can't control it. So if you see deer, it's kind of become more of a rare sighting. I think they say they can only support 24, 27, some they got in the park. So they try to keep those numbers. Don't know how you can really monitor. It's not like we see helicopters and drones flying about here to monitor those kind of things. So anyway, there's even just for normal naturalists, there's a lot of wildlife, nice trails to walk. You always see the bikers always park at the orientation park a lot. A lot of people who drive here and then they'll ride their bikes. A lot of biking trails.
Yeah, it's got an awesome trail from the big, I don't know what you'd call it, the whole length of it.
It's the whole length of the park, right? The whole west side. You can cycle the whole thing, or you can cycle on the road there. So there's plenty to do in here. It's good, but talking about the migration, like the birds that we got to see, and the expectations after not having anything last year, right? Because Point Pelee was shut last year.
But last year was far better than this year.
Absolutely. We were spending more time in Holiday Beach area, on Urca property, and there were no, it's definitely just more birds.
Last year?
More birds. It wasn't even just more. I was going to say more people in one concentrated area again. There wasn't. That's part of it too here. That whenever on a normal year, they're kind of relying on word of mouth.
Yeah.
Throughout the park, so whenever it's packed here with bird watchers, and we are talking packed. There's people here from every province, people here from different countries just to come to the migration.
Even this year, there's
a few still snuck in.
Yeah.
There was a kind of stay-at-home order that Point Pelee weren't the ones to have to police it and enforce it, but they told people don't really travel to come here, come out from out of town. But people do what people do, right? And for the most part, there was no issues there. But there's there was a few people definitely from not this area, but in general, there's hundreds of people. Yeah. So the word of mouth spreads quicker. So people spread throughout the park. If somebody sees a bird in the north end of the park, the old Chinese telephone game, whatever it's called, Chinese whispers, and it. Hopefully that's not a racist comment, is it?
I don't know. You never know nowadays.
If it is, I apologize. It's not just a game I played as a kid. And, I think he's called telephone here, don't you?
Yeah.
So maybe it is.
We didn't add the other part.
Yeah, we can cut that and put that back in. But yeah, so the whispers go along, and next minute, people all sort of go. But the thing is too, whenever people are all heading towards that rare bird that they got to hear about, they're still looking for other birds, and then other birds are reported. So that game helps everybody to see some. So there's probably some misses due to that.
Absolutely.
Lack of people here.
But like it was still a bad year, because think about last year. Last year we came home, or like we had the yellow throat. What else? We had but we had other like amazing sightings, like the hooded was like we were 15 feet away from that, and it was.
I could go through. I didn't get a yellow throat this year. Didn't get a hooded.
Yeah.
And I'm still. I don't think I got a pine, which is the first bird I always get every year. And I was pretty much out every day, so I didn't even see a pine. They went through quick or something. Then so even the sort of ones that you don't necessarily expect to get. Now the Connecticut didn't get on.
Even last year we had I got the Connecticut. Then we got the last year we had the 11 summer tanagers, or was it 7? 7 summer tanagers all in one spot.
Not one this year.
Didn't even find one this year.
And even scarlet tanagers, there was a day there was a few in the park, a few females, a few pairs, whatever. I think I only got maybe 3 sightings of them, at different days. So it was, for me anyway, and maybe some other birders will chirp in and say they thought it was fantastic. There's a few again, the chats, everybody seemed to get good looks at chats this year, but I think that's maybe there on the increase anyway.
Yeah. Was there anything reported in Pelee that hasn't been here in years? Nothing, eh? Nothing I can think of.
No, there wasn't anything anybody.
Or even anywhere.
No, there's going to Hillman, so outside of Point Pelee here, it's still considered part of the Pelee birding area. So the shore bird watchers always get to go there, and you can get 20 plus species of bird added from what you would get in Point Pelee.
Yeah.
And there was only the one day I remember the 3 black-necked stilts, and that's another one where it's rare, but it's an expected every year. Now whether or not you get to see a few of them or one of them or whatever, it's almost a given that. So there's only that one day, and they were only there for the morning because I left in the afternoon to go over there, and they'd already gone. So there was really, there's nothing.
Every year there's always that one thing that gets reported.
Everybody, just people lose their mind about it.
This year I'm like, what was the highlight? And we're like, because the morning world was cool, but like it's not every year we got the Kentucky or Kirtland, sorry.
Well,
Kirtland's cool, but like I've gotten that one before too. But.
And it's not expected every year. You expect to see one of them at least. Just as, again, and it was at a funny location. The one that was seen at near the Marsh Boardwalk. It's really not sort of expected habitat
top
for
of the trees.
Yeah. Really. No, but there was
scraping to come up with something here.
Yeah, scratching. We'll throw a few pictures up anyway. We'll try and, as we're talking here, rambling on. I think we'll look through.
I think the pelicans were the coolest thing of the year so far.
The amount of pelicans we've seen was cool, and again, they're getting spotted with sort of frequency now. All this week, I've seen eBird listings of them at the tip every morning. So we're one of the islands, whatever they're coming on this side of Point Pelee, or not the Pelee Island. They must be just flying in here for the morning, flying around for a bit, and then heading back out into deeper water. So the pelicans were good. Again, we were lucky enough we got to see the first one in Essex County.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So the first recorded sighting was by Paige is probably trying to take the credit, but Nick was really the first one I heard see it.
Yeah.
So I can only go by the confirmed, and then I turned around and confirmed it. So,
true.
It's been good. We're going to probably start shifting our focus to different things now. We're starting to do some landscape photography, start planning our summer trip somewhere.
Yeah.
That'll probably be our next special. It'll be like the summer trip, but just from Pelee area, you just want to, again, the birding has been good. Hopefully anybody watching this who didn't get to come don't feel like you missed out on a whole lot.
Yeah, definitely did miss out.
Yeah, you didn't. There's probably if you're watching this from further north, you definitely got better sightings. I've heard some comments from people saying that they came here and we're here for 3-4 days and maybe got 140 species, and then went back to their home and got 140 in a day.
Yeah.
If I was one of Jeremy's friends there, I mentioned he had that. So I'm not sure you can hear that and see it in the background. We've got four black terns coming fishing. They're just flying along, and they just dip their heads in as they fly and pull out the small fish that they catch there, which are what's the little fish?
I don't know what we used to get smelt out here a lot, but I haven't seen them. I haven't seen smelt on the beaches in a while. I don't know, minnows, I guess. I don't know what they're
some sort of minnow.
Some sort of minnow, but I don't know what they're really.
I'm not big into the fish, so that's Nick's expertise. So he's just imparted all of his expertise and saying probably minnows.
I can't confirm anything. I'm like a politician,
don't just sit, edge your bets every time, right? Yeah. So like Pelee outside, I want to just say that if you're watching, great places to come all year.
Summer is awesome. Like,
there's
you got the beach, hang on the beach, and kayak, canoe, bike ride.
Yeah, that is a good place. And that's you got the sunsets, like just a big feast to sit and watch the sunset and sunrise right on the other side because it's a tip.
Yeah,
you're getting both within a walking distance.
So and the tip is cool to go check out. If you come, you have to go walk it to the end.
Yeah, definitely. You just go there and
don't go swimming though. Extremely dangerous.
Do not swim. Strong currents.
Yeah, you can swim at the beach over the further north, but like the tip itself is like insanely dangerous.
And there's signs telling you of that, so best to heed them. I don't remember how, and most people do because I haven't heard of any.
Not in a long time.
Any problems out here, right? Nothing. But yeah, it is a good spot. It's well used. So there is days, especially holiday weekends and things out there. Even if you've got a pass to be here, you're going to line up. It's going to be a bit harder to get in. So it's best to come for the day if you're going to come. It's never crowded, if you know what I mean. Once you get into your parking lots, I've never been here and really felt overcrowded.
Because I think they got like 7 beach access points, and they're all pretty substantial.
I think there's 5. So I think I heard the guy 550 parking spots.
Yeah.
And obviously they're restricting that at the minute with the COVID restrictions, but the guy even said even right now the couple of hot days it didn't get anywhere close to on a what do you call them, park ranger.
Yeah.
He says they haven't got close to filling those parking spaces yet, which is good in a way, right? It's easy to manage. But even then, I think you're saying the whole area is spread right out. There's little parks and parking lots and things to do as you drive in. So if you get a map when you come in, you can sort of pick somewhere, and if one looks too busy for your liking, just drive to the next one.
It's really 10 kilometers of beach, I don't know, 10 kilometers, but probably pretty damn close.
Oh yeah.
Like from the orientation center to the
has to
pretty
be.
well swimming part.
Pretty much, yeah. I think it is around about that. So yeah, you've got 10 kilometers both sides. So that's 20 kilometers.
Yeah.
See quickly I did that math.
Very good, very good. Yeah. Well, who knows though? The other side could kind of taper out.
Oh yeah. Or it could get longer.
And do you count? No, you wouldn't count this. Never mind. It would be my stupid question.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
I'm not going to say it.
We're going to keep next 2 questions for bloopers reel.
Yeah. But like another pro tip here. The best beach by far is if you rent a canoe or kayak through the marsh out to the other side of the lake.
Yeah.
Way better. Nobody's there. You get the whole place yourself.
Yeah, so if you've got a boat of some description,
kayak, canoe, rent.
Kayak or canoe. Now, do Pelee rent them?
I know they used to. I don't know if they still do.
I know they've got a pile of canoes over there. I don't know what all they rent and what all their equipment, but that's worth checking out. Their facilities that way. I know they do. There's little signs for different little boat trips you can go on. Mm-hmm. Certainly worth checking out. But it's nice to go to the more secluded beaches, and you're laughing there. Nobody to bother you at all. And the area itself, usually it's bustling. If you come for a day trip, which I was pretty excited about. They did post this year that they're going to allow some vendors in, so some vans. Hopefully, there's a chip van and maybe an ice cream van.
That would be good.
Those kind of things.
That is the only thing this place is missing. Because now, like a Birdie's perch down or whatever for whatever reason.
Paul is burnt to the ground. Freddy's, and is that one called Chips Ahoy at the start? Right at this gate.
Yeah.
So there is a couple of little places if you want to leave the park. But like I said, leaving the park, people just want to walk there, get food, right? So
and then sometimes you can literally leave say you leave in the morning to go for lunch, then lunch it picks up, gets really busy here. You might not come back.
Yeah, exactly. It's best if you bring picnic, and if the food trucks were here.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
And hopefully that's going to happen throughout the summer. I'm not sure how many people took that offer up. But Pelee itself doesn't offer a whole lot that way. The boardwalk has a little gift shop.
I've never been in there either.
I've never been in. I think it sells ice cream and soft drinks. And same as their visitor centre, the little bookshop or the nature nook.
I'm shocked they haven't gotten anything.
You think they want to get it?
Because like you go to Algonquin, they got that big not restaurant. I guess it's a restaurant really.
Lake at Two Rivers there?
No, they got Lake at Two Rivers, and then they have the visitor center too.
Right.
That's got like that cafeteria style kind of deal.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, you definitely think they're missing out on something there. I don't know what the reason why they don't have it. Food for thought anyway.
Yeah, I mean we had some pretty decent meals here this year.
Yeah.
We did the poutine. That was
the poutine went down well. I got it at work.
Interesting. Yeah, homemade poutine. The steaks with jalapeno poppers.
Yeah, they were good. They were very good. The burgers, I wasn't really fond of your burger you gave me.
It was a little dry.
A little dry in there.
It was like, are you sure you didn't eat a briquette? It was probably similar. It's hard talking with everyone and they're trying to barbecue.
Oh wow!
Completely forgot.
So yeah, you've had some good ones. You had a couple of misses there as well.
Yeah.
Brush up on your barbecuing skills.
So hungry. You came after though. I was like, we were all so hungry. I was like, I'll eat anything.
That was good. So I think that's pretty much.
Oh, we had the raccoon visitor.
Oh yeah,
that
one of those beaches here.
Yeah.
It's just obviously people. Again, they advise you not to feed the animals here. Unfortunately, there is sometimes you'll make a spill and you'll drop part of your sausage, your hot dog, your burger, whatever it is. Those little critters aren't.
They're like running out of the woods. They know what happened.
So, like the raccoon is also known as a trash panda.
Yeah.
So as much as you can say, don't feed them, don't encourage them. That's what they're known as, right? So they're scavengers. They're gonna sniff their way. They're gonna find food. They're gonna check the garbage cans out, whatever. I know they've got the anti-theft devices for the raccoons, but so they'll figure it out. But
as bad as it sounds though, now I'm almost looking forward. No more burden.
Yeah, no more pressure. I think
no more pressure.
I'm missing something.
It literally for like 2 weeks there. I was like, we're up at like 6 a.m, coming here, and then you come home. You're like, I just walked 30 kilometers, and you just delete your memory card.
Exactly.
Like,
there's like, again, my camera's broke. I'll use my backup camera. It's not very good.
Yeah.
So I've maybe got a handful of pictures
that
I can look at once this is all done and sort of go, okay, I'll goddamn to save and say I was there. But I think my drones definitely were just as good for a record of the year.
And it's like every year, it's like even if I don't get a new species, I'll usually come back with like a better picture of a bird that I've gotten in the past.
Right.
The only thing I got that was good this year was a swamp sparrow, because I've never taken a picture of a swamp sparrow before, because I'm just like, Yeah. And that was like my favorite thing was a swamp sparrow picture. But
I'm not sure if that's even very good. I think I got a good picture of the swamp sparrow with my backup camera that wouldn't focus.
Oh yeah, nice.
So
nice. We're gonna have to do a competition.
See what's better.
Trying to think of, I can't even think of a picture. I'm like, oh, this was a good one. Nothing. I don't know.
Your semi-palmated plover eating the worm was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
You embellished that a bit to me. You told me it's the perfect picture.
I have one, but it's not like it looked way better on the screen. I got home and it wasn't really in focus, and he was eating a worm with the reflection.
Yeah, that's what you told me. The reflection, eating a worm, just the best. Like I'll never have to take another semi-palmated.
And I got home and I was like, oh, it's really not that sharp.
Wasn't that sharp?
No. But I got him eating a couple different worms. But
nice.
The other one was cool. With when I just held the trigger down, so you can see him eating the worm, the whole thing.
That was pretty cool.
It was good.
Yeah, so that was good. You got so that's your best, probably your best photos.
Yeah, probably. That was like it was like a couple days ago.
It wasn't even expected. Wasn't even trying.
Yeah.
Mine like really just nothing. But c'est la vie.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
I don't know. Sounded like you knew what it meant though. I've heard it before.
Yeah. Whatever will be, will be.
Where's our next trip? What are you thinking?
Well, you're talking about maybe up Killarney area.
I think so.
Try and find some crown land up there and then go into Killarney maybe.
Yeah. Something like that anyway.
Yeah, well, so probably plan that for around July sometime, right?
After the black flies are hopefully long gone.
Yeah, that's another thing. So actually, a show we should do is like you're talking about black flies biting. hopefully, I wonder if interest people to have one with I think critters that annoy you and bite you and can harm you.
Yeah, true.
So we've got mosquitoes that can give you West Nile.
Yeah, ticks, Lyme disease.
Yeah.
Or even the worst one, the one that makes
vegetarian.
you not,
Like that has to be the worst. Well, I understand some people out here watching vegetarians, vegans, whatever. Maybe if they want to get some people
that's
on board.
choice. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine like all of a sudden you can't eat meat anymore.
Yeah, well, I wonder what it feels like. Do you wake up and you just you don't like the look of meat anymore, or you eat it and you feel sick? I wonder what it is.
I don't know what tick is that one again?
It's the Lone Star tick.
Lone Star, that's what I thought.
So they were only seen in the States before, but last year I seen a record for one just down the road from my house.
Really?
Yeah, down the Cedar Creek Provincial Park. So I'm really cautious. Now, I did come home the other night with about a dozen ticks. Well, not home, didn't get that far. I went to get into the car. I looked down and there's a dozen ticks on me. But they're all dog ticks, so it wasn't a big problem. But it still gives you the heebie-jeebies, right?
Guy at work, it's such a gross story. He had like an ear issue for like a couple weeks.
Oh no!
And then he like pulls something out, and he
no,
the worst. And I'm like, ever since then, I'm like I've always been a little weirded out by ticks, but that was like brought it to a whole other level.
Oh, I mean out there, like I have had a few ticks like latched on, we've pulled them off, pulled some skin off, like probably 3 maybe, and that's kind of worse feeling. I get them off pretty quick, and they've all been dog ticks.
Yeah.
So again, no sort of fear of Lyme disease. But yeah, so we get Lyme disease from them, and we get the Massasauga rattlesnake.
Yeah.
Again, we'll have to find it. Well, see, we'll have to find out if there's somebody we know who would give us proper information. Because definitely stuff like that, I wouldn't want to give people our expertise.
Yeah.
But it really is.
What else is there?
Well, like you said, the black flies just more annoying here.
Yeah.
Late in the summer, you get the stable flies.
Yeah.
But
like, have you been up north in the spring, like right now?
No, I've never went up.
Oh, it's insane. Insane.
I've been up in the summer, where it's just biting flies. I don't think they're black flies.
We should almost do a podcast like right now up there because it'd be hilarious.
Just sitting there getting eaten.
You just be getting eaten the whole time, trying to rush through it. It'd be pretty good. It'd be funny.
I'll sit there with a net on.
It'd be almost like when they do like the hot pepper eating challenge or whatever and talk. It'd be the same deal.
Well, anyway, maybe we'll do a show about that as well. But anyway, that's something another idea I had there. I was driving in, that thinking of those things. If we could find somebody who has a bit of proper expertise in them to give us information and probably some preventative measures that actually work. Because I find like I bought this Atlantic stuff. It smells like lemongrass, or it is lemongrass juice or something. And I did douse my leg where my boots finished, sprayed it on, and still had a lot of ticks on me. So I'm not sure how much.
It's pretty well impossible to beat DEET.
See, I would like to have something that is impossible. What's that other thing you got? That Thermacell?
Thermacell, yeah. I forgot what the chemical is. Same chemical, those coils that you light on fire. I forgot the chemical that uses, but it's supposedly not harmful for you. I mean, like, not harmful as in like you're leaving it out here. I'm sure you wouldn't want to be like locked in a tent with it, but. No, I think the Thermacells work fantastic. It doesn't work when it's windy like this, but luckily when it's windy like this, the bugs blow away or they don't come at you anyway. But it works good. Yeah,
so I think probably for some of the shows in the future we're going to have one of them hanging.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
I don't want to be getting eaten by mosquitoes.
Yeah, we've been lucky this year, really. Like
so far.
Like even during May migration, normally I'm swatting mosquitoes by now.
Yeah, it hasn't really been a mosquito day. There's been a few other bugs there, the midges and that there, but no mosquitoes. So
it's all right. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take it for now. Yeah. Well, anyway, I think it's been a decent show there. Then we'll get the photos up and share that, and onwards to the next thing, and have some more shows planned. But for now, it's a goodbye from Nick.
Goodbye from Donny.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.